Welcome back, everyone. JAYBONE here for Smash This Podcast. To my left, your right, Uncle Mark is in the house to join us. What is up, brother?
Oh, man. Just getting ready for this insane card with 35 people in every match and like all sorts of stipulations I can't remember. It's going to be a wild Saturday.
It is, dude. This is going to be a lot of fun. This card just completely blew up over the course of a few weeks.
Well, that's the pattern we've seen, right? Like these are wedged in between the pay-per-views and you kind of almost forget about them. And then they book them up like right before they happen. And every single one of these has been great. Like there hasn't been a bad one yet.
Oh yeah. So and as we get into this, wherever you're watching, if you're watching on the old YouTube, you smash that like button, smash that sub button. If you're on Twitch, you can share bits, you can sub, you can gift subs, you can do all that stuff to help support the podcast and help it grow.
Oh, hey, shout out to the UK who gets to join this podcast at a normal hour.
Joe's in the chat. They're dropping some stuff
Chris
soon
is
over
too.
on TNI.
You got Chris here too? Like, I don't know. We'll probably see more UK peeps, I would imagine.
Yeah, could be. They're it's late there now, right?
Yeah. Gary's here too because it's during the day.
There you go.
Crowd. Yeah, different crowd.
Gary's dropping stuff at all times during the night. It's crazy. Yeah, this winter has absolutely sucked. We got like 3 feet of snow sitting outside, sub-zero temperatures. It's crazy. It's crazy. So everyone just be safe out there wherever you are around the world during these completely unpredictable seasons. And don't forget, you can also get yourself some fresh STP merch. The link is in the description. If you're on YouTube, STP for life. If you're an old school NWO Wolfpack, it's fashioned after that. We got mugs, sweats, tees, long sleeves, tanks, everything. So go get yourself some merch. The other stuff is in there too. So this is the new drop that just dropped within the last week. So pick yourself up and help support one of your favorite podcasts. So yeah, man, this is absolutely loaded for this Saturday. I don't know if have we decided yet if we're gonna do a watch along for this or
I mean, based on our history, I had just imagined that you and Bill will probably end up doing a watch along and the rest of us will join for the review. Seems to be how we're trending. I tried to join the watch along last time and had a bunch of issues. So possibly I'll try again. I might set up somewhere else. But, I don't know. I wasn't in on any discussion post show last night. So you guys let me know.
Oh god, we ran so late and plus the post show and everything. So yeah, I have to actually double check what the hell we decided on.
If I had to take a guess, I would say obviously the reviews right afterwards, and there will likely be a watch along with at least JAYBONE and Bill would be my guess.
Yeah, there'll be a few of us in there, representing, me representing Smash This Podcast, my podcast, and we'll get a few TNI crew members in there too. So, yeah, if not for the watch along, then definitely for the review. But man, this is loaded. The more I'm looking at this card, I am tempted to do a watch along because we've got so much going on. Sorry, let's
it's going to be a visual match card for sure, like for pops and stuff, for reactions. Big time.
Hell yeah. So lots of new faces have been showing up recently, and even within this last episode of Impact Wrestling. Let's start with this first one. We've got 3-on-3. We got Triple XL and Tennille Dashwood. Very interesting pairing up there. Versus Decay, Rosemary, Crazy Steve, and new to their ungodly group, Black Taurus. Oh my God. AAA's Black Taurus is just visually
awesome.
terrifying. He really is.
Dude, his mask is up there with Drago and like Aerostar, like some of the best masks in the business. Like the mouth movement and the eyes. Dude is flat out scary. And is it me or is he even bigger than he used to be?
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Since the Mexico tapings, right?
Right. From like, what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, like late 2019 or summer 2019.
It was like summer, fallish. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had that Black Taurus guy had just a banger of a match. Sorry, my phone went off here. Oh.
No worries, I can pick it up.
Mrs. JAYBONE is at Burger King with the 2 for $5 deal. Man, just
pick me up 2 Whoppers all the way.
Hell yeah. Well, they're gonna be a little cold by the time they get there, and possibly a little funky. I don't know if you want me to really do that. And God knows shipping sucks lately, so no, I don't think you want that.
yeah.
2 for $5, right in the garbage.
Deliciousness, though. Delicious Burger King.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Critical Stings comment is right to you, JAYBONE. How is Taurus not in Lucha Underground? No shit. Like, talk about a match made in heaven. That dude would fit so well into Lucha.
I'm sure there was a whole list of people that they wanted to get in there. And I know at the time there was an issue with visas and stuff because they wanted to feature primarily Lucha Libre from Mexico, AAA or wherever. And that was always, I remember several conversations with fans and producers talking on other podcasts about how difficult it was to at times get just Pentagon and Phoenix. 2 of their top stars. So yeah, that was always an issue, unfortunately. And given the climate of how big some of this is, I mean, currently now it's not feasible with the way things are. But I think they learned how to and how not to do this show because it fell by the wayside and became a big Hollywood mess. That's what happened to the show.
Right.
You had this owner of this company and this owner of this company, fighting over rights and money and all that kind of stuff. And that's why it's met its demise, unfortunately. I miss it. I really do. But look at what happened. Yeah. So a majority of them, they all found homes, which is great. Yeah.
Almost everybody's signed.
Yeah. All right. So back to this card. Triple XL and Tennille Dashwood versus Decay with the debuting Black Taurus. Your thoughts on this and who is your pick?
So I'm most interested, obviously, in how they're going to book Black Taurus in this match. He looked like a total monster against Caleb with a K, but it's a different story against Triple XL. Though on the outside, when they showed them on Tuesday on Impact, they looked like the oh shit looks on their faces, like Larry D, AC. I think they recognize this as some legit stuff. Black Taurus is scary. He's huge. He's rolling with Decay. I don't see. Let me also mention here, since Tennille's on the card here, I like the place they found for Tennille.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put all the animosity and like everybody I think that watches this or regularly knows I can't stand Tennille and have been really hypercritical. She's found a position on the card that utilizes her fame and her like kind of part-timer back and forth. She has other things that she does that's clearly more her interest, but she, I think, has recognized the platform and the importance and the growth of Impact Wrestling. So she's decided to stay long-term, and she settled into a great position. She's filling needs where, here and there, wrestling intergender, having feuds in the middle and the bottom of the card, working with Alicia Edwards. This is good stuff. I like Tennille right here. I also see no way that she goes over in this match. This is a Black Taurus showcase. I think I'm going Decay here all the way.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. And I tell you what I'm most looking forward to. I mean, along with, like you said, Tennille and the face off with Rosemary is going to be fun to watch. And it's a match like this totally plays into the faults that we have seen with Tenille. You know, because she is a slower worker and maybe not as fast as what we've seen before in like Deanna or Taya, and you could throw anybody in that list.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what it is, you know, if it's just because she's not working as much as she used to, like she just sometimes just can't get the momentum in some of these matches we've seen her in.
Yeah, her in-ring work has improved since she first showed up in that feud with Taya, but
yeah,
I mean, she's definitely not a top-end worker, you know, in the ring, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't put her out there with the work rate girls or anything. But again, I love what they're doing with her. I love that they found a place for her. They paired her with Caleb with a K, which has been wonderful. She's getting to work with all different facets of the roster on both men's and women's side. It's a real Impact approach to refurbishing that character. She could use some new fucking gear, though. Wait, can I say the F word on this one? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry.
No,
yeah,
it's okay. Don't
she needs some new
apologize.
gear. That would complete her refresh. Her gear's looking stale. Me. Like that feels like that's already a gimmick that's passed us by.
Well, the fact that she showed up with you know, a mini Joe Doring thing, whatever, just, you know, some you know, like young Wookiee fur on her. So that's what I called it last night in a TNI review. I see some changes happening, you know, so it's there's some going on with her.
We're definitely seeing good direction for that character, though. I like it.
Yeah. I saw someone in the chat here say that Taurus is only 5'10". Is that right? Holy
That's my
crap.
height. I could totally take him.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's my height too. And it's
we got this. We got this, J-Bone. You and me in a tornado tag with Black Taurus and Crazy Steve.
All right, you first.
All right, Crazy Steve first too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll throw him in there. But yeah, I'm honestly most excited to see Taurus face off with the big guys like Larry D. Shut up and take my money. That's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. This is a great first set of opponents to put him against. It's just purely a showcase for power. Yeah. So I'm loving it. Great choice on this match.
Oh yeah. All right, so we both picked a K on this one. Now we've got a knockouts feature here. We got 3-on-3. We've got Jordan Grace, Jazz, and ODB, returning ODB. Bam! Versus Deanna Purrazzo, Kimberly, and Susan. Hell yeah. Thanks to Susan, you know, I mean, she pretty much, you know, picked this one, and Scott was like,
talk to the manager.
Yeah, it's just great idea. I do not think Kimberly and Deanna Purrazzo are appreciating her Susan-ish.
Can we take a second to appreciate the freaking long-term storytelling going on here, though, with Susie's initial encounter with Deanna last summer, up through Su Young's taking of the belt, dropping of the belt, and now to this? Like, we are witnessing storytelling on an epically brilliant scale here. This is my most anticipated match of the card, and it's just to see what Susan does in this match. She is legit the best, most interesting set of characters in professional wrestling right now. I don't think anyone is close. Her in-ring work is also among the best, so it doesn't hurt that she can have a banger of a match every time out. Susan's the shit. Su Yung is the shit. She is a talent. Like, we are witnessing. We are so fucking lucky to watch her every week. Can't wait for this match. Can't wait for Susan. I hope it's all her. I love everybody in this match. 6 badass knockouts. Jazz in 2021. Take my fucking money. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, this is gonna be badass.
And ODB being back with the company, I mean, you know, and I don't know, for how long this could be. Just
I'm just happy.
Yeah,
just happy she's here. Who doesn't love ODB? I mean,
She always brings it, no matter who she's facing or teaming with in this case.
Yep.
Always 1,000%, and just to see with her with a classic OG like Jazz,
I know.
such a unique thing to see here.
Well, and then on the other side of the ring, you have two of the absolute best in the business. Deonna Purrazzo is probably the best female wrestler in the world, and Susan, who I just mentioned, is the best character in wrestling, bar none.
Yeah, and Kimberly got the win over ODB on Tuesday too.
Yeah, every one of them can go. You've got Legacy with Jazz. You've got the returning ODB. This match is definitely my sleeper. I think it for sure could be match of the card, depending on how the story rolls out at the end of the match. Because we're going to get some kind of, if it's not a wonk finish, there's going to be a lot after this match. There's a lot of story going on here.
Yeah, and we could end up coming out, depending on who takes the fall here and who gets the win, with another number one contender to the Knockouts title. If anyone, Jazz, ODB, or Jordan Grace is still in the mix here.
Man, I'm going to have to think they're moving Jordan into the tag division steadily with Jazz, but you're right. This could be a middle feud to get us to what's next? Rebellion? To get us to Rebellion, right?
Yeah, and I think there's going to be one more in March. I just don't know. Yeah, there'll be another Impact Plus special and then the pay-per-view, because we still got 2 months till the big one.
And that lines up with Deanna's tweet, dissing the legends and stuff. That gives her a match against Jazz and a match against ODB between now and potentially Rebellion if they wanted to go that direction. If this is going to continue, we could see Jazz versus Deonna Purrazzo. Oh. I know this is the core storytelling of what's going on in the Knockouts division right now. It's a must see if you like the Knockouts. This is the match right here.
Yeah. And there's potential for ladies coming over from another company too. Tony's, and I don't want to blow that up too much. I'm just saying, because Tony did say that the door is swinging both ways now. He's going to show up. I think he's absolutely going to show up at the Impact Plus special, No Surrender. And who knows who he's walking in the door with.
That's the thing. They're taping now. I don't see it being a woman, though, I will say. They need Impact's women more than Impact needs AEW's women.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
We already know we've got Hardy Party, so that's a start.
Oh, yeah. So who's your pick for this Knockouts match?
I hadn't even thought about a winner, but
just enjoying it, right?
I'm just super hyped for this match. You guys know me. I'm always hyped for the Knockouts matches, but after our conversation, I really like what you said about a potential number one contender coming out of this, and I say that ODB pins Deonna.
So Jordan Grace's
team is our winners here. Deonna hasn't been pinned in a while.
All right. Yeah, that's a tough one. It really is. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm just going to agree with you, because I got a feeling that something's going to happen with Susan, and she's going to end up upsetting the other 2/3 of this team, and something's going to go, here's that word, wonky.
To me, anytime Susan is on screen is absolutely captivating, whether she's Susie Young or Susan. Again, she's a gem. It's the most unpredictable and enjoyable part of Impact right now, and has been for a while, for the last 10 months, maybe.
All right, next we've got, this one's going to be good. We got brother versus, actually it's cousin versus cousin. Blood versus blood. Diener versus Jake something. We just had the the debut of or the unveiling, if you will, of Jake something. He's not joining Violent by Design. The offer was out there from Eric, and we saw that last night on Impact Wrestling. So Diener says he wants to go one-on-one. Eric gave him his blessing. I'm not liking the odds for Jake something, but I got a feeling we are going to see a new Jake here at No Surrender, and I think that's his motif going into this. No surrender. He is not surrendering to Violent by Design. Give me your thoughts on this, Mark.
Man, I wish Trent was here. For all of you that watch TNI and know that this is Trent's guy. Jake something, I think you said it last night, J-Bone. I vicariously was so excited for the arrival of Jake something. I have only been watching AAW for a year, and I've only seen Jake on the indies maybe 10 times total. But because of Trent's loyalty and, constant talking about his character, man, I'm pumped for him, and I'm pumped for Alicia for being, a fan of Jake's. This is a big time match for both of these guys. I think Cody Diener's fantastic too. His Cody in Quarantine was maybe my favorite segment of all of last year on Impact Wrestling on the show. I think this is going to be brutal. I think Jake is going to have to weather the storm of all three guys for sure. That's almost like a foregone conclusion unless one of the refs throws him out. But I have a feeling we're going to see a beatdown. If not during the match, for sure after the match. This isn't the end of this. This is just the beginning of Jake something on his own versus Violent by Design. So I say Cody wins, but the feud continues.
All right, so Violent by Design gets the win here.
Yeah, yes, Diener. Okay. I hate that name still, by the way. I can't get used to it. Just the flat Diener. Don't like it.
I hear you. It's eerily similar to a company up north that does that, but I'm not going to overthink it just because it is a change for his character. So
it not even based on the up north thing. You're right, but just Diener. I don't know. I just don't like the way it sounds. It just doesn't sit well with me. Hey, I'm Diener. I don't know. It doesn't sound violent. It doesn't sound scary. I get where it comes from clearly, but I don't know. I wish they'd gone with I don't know, slap nuts or something different instead.
That's not threatening though. That's unless he's waving a guitar.
How about saw nuts? Saws nuts. No. No.
These nuts. I'm gonna go with Jake on this one. I think he's gonna go into this with a new focus. He's been really troubled with the this stuff going on in his family and the loss of his cousin, and but this is a whole new start with him as well, whereas Diener may be this whole brainwashing of Diener by Eric and Big Joe. He's certainly focused as well, but it's different. He's clouded, So Jake is certainly thinking more clearly now. He's got a different focus. So I think Jake's going to take this one.
I like Jake. It does make more sense. I just feel like you keep this with Diener to extend the feud, and you give Jake his big first taking down Violent by Design is like his, like the Sting NWO type thing. Yeah.
And I think he might end up getting some help in this too.
True. I noticed chat was saying Rhino, and I don't know. Do we know Heath's been tweeting again, but I haven't read anything about his health.
I don't have a clue. I hope it's sooner than later, but I know that stuff is, you just got to really be careful with that, and it just takes time. It's different for everyone. It's not just like, oh, this bone heals in X amount of weeks. It's not like that at all.
Well, and he's not in his 20s anymore either. So
no, he's been around for a long time. He's what do they call that? A grizzled young vet.
He's got a lot of tread left on the tires, though. So I think we're going to see some good stuff out of all those guys. Man, that's what's so great about the guys that they brought in particular right now. Is they got a lot of miles left on them, even though they're veterans. It's a good combination.
It's a fresh start. It's great for everyone. Fresh faces in the company, new rivalries, and just it's great for everyone.
Yeah.
All right, so we got different picks for that one. You got Diener, I got Jake something. All right. Now we've got the Knockouts tag team titles on the line. The Fire and the Flavor defending against Havoc and Nevaeh in a Texas tornado. No DQs. Anything goes.
Yes.
Just
give it to me.
Hell yeah. Just the knockouts are just going to shine all over this card.
Bursting just thinking about it. Like the last time we saw Havoc in an empty arena, like throwdown match was Full Metal Mayhem versus Rosemary Rebellion last year. And that shit was insane. This is going to be awesome. Awesome.
Just be careful with that bursting there, Mark.
Yes. Wait, I got a soundbite on Smash. Wait,
so I've got a couple in here. Just a couple.
What the foul did you do?
It's a couple fun ones.
Father James.
Yes.
All right. So anyways, we've seen an iteration of this match, and the singles matches involved in these two teams going back a while, right? We knew these were going to be the two premier teams in the division once it started. I'm glad that they're carrying this out. I one part of me agrees with what Trent said last night. Like they should have served up a couple of defenses on TV or even on Explosion or somewhere to kind of legitimize these titles, because I do think they're going to switch hands here. I think that Havoc and Nevaeh win. I originally thought they were going to be the original winners. So,
yeah, they were my picks too, going into the finals of the tournament.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to move those belts onto them because they are going to need Tasha and Kiera to have their own show on Access TV. That's just 2 hours of them being badass and awesome and hilarious time, so I can watch that. So yeah, I'm going to go Killer Death Machines to free up the Fire and the Flavor.
Oh man.
Yeah. What about you, J-Bone? What do you think here?
I'm gonna go with the tag champs. I think they're gonna hang on to them. They're gonna stay strong here, and it could have been all just mind games with Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz, making them feel like they're getting a one-up.
They are everything. Tasha and Kiera. They're, for my money, like the most entertaining thing on Impact outside of whatever Sue's doing. This whole division is just, pun intended, on fire. Anything Knockouts related right now is.
Their charisma is through the roof.
Can you imagine this? Every time they come out, since the very first time, they own the entire room. They own everything. With an empty arena. Can you imagine crowds with them? Like, man, oh man, their energy is just so contagious.
I can't wait for crowds to come back so that you can get the full effect of, just people's reactions to everyone. The pop for Havoc and Nevaeh, or depending on where they are, they might get booed too. I mean, they're kind of that tweener. There's not a definite thing. I feel like Havoc and Nevaeh are kind of like the Stone Cold, if you will, of the Knockouts division. Just kicking ass everywhere with everyone,
Yeah. Both of these teams are wonderful. Sign the Sea Stars, by the way. We're going to need more teams in this division.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I think we're going to have more faces show up sooner rather than later. It's just, it's crazy times right now, and not everybody can be there. So,
well, and we need more tag teams, but I will give that with the addendum that we need a second show desperately, or we need Explosion to have more matches. The roster is like max capacity right now. We've got these 12-man tags and 5-man revolvers and 17-man, no holds barred, whatever King of the Mountain matches. And it's like, we need, like, they're doing a great job getting these people on TV, but everyone needs to wrestle. So come on, Impact Wrestling. We need a second show. Give it to us. We'll support it.
Yeah. I mean, just at least maybe throw one more match to help with storylines on Explosion. That'd be tremendous.
Look, we got a tag team name. Mark is getting J-Bone treatment. New champions. Yeah.
New champs. There we go.
Headband of Danger.
Headband of Danger. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. What you gonna do when the headband of danger runs wild on you?
Headband bangers.
And headband bangers.
All right. I'll go back to Mark mode. I'm back to Mark mode now.
Okay.
But I had to put that on for the Fire and Flavor segment, even though I picked them to lose.
They're good. They're good stuff. Their merch is on fire lately.
They're on fire. Tasha keeps teasing this photo shoot she did, and I don't know where that's going to be.
That's I think it's part of it. She's got a Valentine's Day box that you can order.
I ordered that. Yeah, I ordered that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there might be a picture tied to that. That's a guess.
You're right. Okay, good. I was the first one to order. I'm box number 1, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good supporter there. All right, so we both picking opposites there. Now we've got the X division. This one's tough.
Oh my god. This is impossible.
I don't know how you pick a winner on this one, but we'll try. We have the X division. This is for the number 1 contender and a brand new match.
Doesn't Ace already? Oh no, Ace gave up the trophy to be in this match, right? Is that what happened in story?
No, he's just got it.
He still has the trophy then.
Yeah, he's got the cup.
Super X Cup. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's just sitting there on his mantle. He's just keeping it pretty for when he decides to throw it in there.
I couldn't remember if this burned his Super X Cup cash in or not, so that's why I was asking.
No, because Rhino still has that one with Heath. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was the Call Your Shot gauntlet, right? That Rhino's holding from Bound for Glory. Is that when he won it? Yeah, he entered number 1. That's right. Heath got hurt. Okay, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to switch that up last minute, literally during the match. But it worked out. It worked out for storyline purposes. All right, so this is the Triple Threat Revolver match, a brand new match in Impact Wrestling at No Surrender on Impact Plus this Saturday. We've got Deep Breath, Davari, Suicide, Willie Mack, Ace Austin, Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, Josh Alexander, and last but certainly not least, added to the fold here, Blake Christian.
Wow.
Crazy. I need oxygen.
Yeah, so that's the rules of this match too. We're going to have to go over, which I am not even fully clear on. Are you? Do you have an understanding of how this match works? Is it 3? Eliminate, add 1 more. 3, always 3 in the ring, add 1 more. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I'll read this for the sake of those who didn't get this. All right, so they will compete in one of them. I'm reading this right off the site. They'll compete in one of the most unique and action-packed matches in pro wrestling. 3 competitors start the match. When one is pinned or submitted in the first 3, another will enter the fray. The triple threat matches will continue until there is no more entrants in which the final pinfall or submission will earn the victor a shot at the X Division Championship.
Scott Steiner, can you please explain this match to us?
Oh, He might have a stroke with this one.
This match is bonkers.
You start out with 3 and then enter another one into the fray after one is pinned or submitted. So you've got 2/3 and 66. I don't know.
Yeah. Basically, there is 0% chance of Samoa Joe wrestling at Sacrifice ever again. Is basically what it is.
So
okay, so triple threat Revolver.
Yes.
You want me to take this one first? Okay, I will take this one first. I have to fantasy book a little bit in order to explain some of my logic here, because this could go, oh man, I want Burger King. Damn that J-Bone. This one could go literally any which way, but I see it as there's 2 dual pushes going on here that are particularly of note. I'm not going to include Josh Alexander's. I'm going to say that Trey and Ace can't lose here. Like these, okay, not lose. I think Trey wins this match. Okay, I think Trey goes over, but I think it's because Ace is still holding the cup. That's why I asked about it. So when Trey gets his shot at Rohit, eventually, since Rohit's going to take that belt off of Manic or TJP or whatever the hell they're calling him now, then I think you have the 3-way between Ace, Trey, and Rohit, because that's such a classic recombining of that storyline from before pandemic. So that's how I think this goes down. Trey is your match winner. I do think that there is no way in hell Stryker and D'Lo call this match. They're not going to be able to keep up with this.
They're going to try. They're going to try.
It's going to be a lot of, oh. I mean, and hey, they're great, but there's no way they can keep up with this match on commentary.
Yeah, well, and they'll keep it to 3 at a time, so it's not like you've got all 8 in there at once.
Oh, that's right. That's true. You're right, but it's going to break down, and
it'll be wild, but it won't be complete.
That's true.
Battle
that's
royal
true.
insanity.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right.
All right, so don't mind me eating while I'm not going to bust out the sandwich now. I'm going to wait on that, so I'm just having a few fries.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, hey, at least it's not smell-o-vision. You'd be losing your mind. Ooh. So yeah, this one's tough. You've got new faces in there like Blake Christian, Davari, Suicide's always a mystery. You're adding Josh Alexander to the mix in the X division now, which I absolutely love that they're including him.
Me too.
And you can't count out, former champs like Ace and Willie Mack, Chris Bay. My God. And of course, the returning Trey Miguel is,
man. It's really tough.
It is. You know what? I think I'm going to go with Josh on this one.
Nice. I hope it's Josh. That'd be cool.
Some different, because I got a feeling Trey's going to have his hands full with something else that's been distracting him.
Yeah. That's probably the Rebellion storyline. But
yeah,
I feel like they've got to get gold on Trey, because he's never had any. He's a main event star now and has never held any gold. He's probably the only person in that stratosphere right now at the top of the card that has never had any gold. I feel they got to put some on Trey to just kind of legitimize that one last aspect. I mean, we know Trey's legit as hell, but having gold, kind of really.
So your pick is Trey.
Trey. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of love for Josh in the chat too.
Oh yeah, and it's just great to see him break out on his own. I got a feeling this is going to be a really good year for him. I'm so excited for him.
Yeah, same. Josh is awesome.
He was such an important part of the tag division over the last 2 years. So
yeah, at one point they carried it on their backs.
I know he's a Scott D'Amore guy too, so I know he's going to get support there. Now, this next one's very interesting. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. No titles here, just a little bit of grudge going on here. You've got Brian Myers, Pirates Myers.
Awesome. Is he having fun at Impact or what?
Oh, it's great to see. He's signed now. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great that he's officially part of the fold now. And he's got a tag team partner that is absolutely going to pull his weight because he's getting paid. And we had him on last night on TNI. If you've missed it, folks, please go check it out. It was such a blast having this OG of a roster member on our podcast over on TNI. We had Hernandez on with us. Very interesting pairing there against Eddie Edwards and someone else that's been new to the company. Not necessarily signed yet, but certainly a welcome face, in my opinion, Matt Cardona. Give me your thoughts on these unique teams.
In story, I don't have a ton invested in this. In real life, I think it's really cool that these two guys who are like best friends are getting to actually live out their real childhood wrestling dreams in Impact Wrestling, because we know what happened to them. I mean, I guess they've got a lot of big moments there too, but you can just tell that these guys are having a lot of fun. I think this is another one of those feuds where this is kind of just the beginning. I don't put a lot in either tag team going much further than this. So calling it's kind of tough because I think it's really just to fuel the Cardona-Myers feud going forward. It feels like a stopover for Edwards. And then Hernandez is always a floater. You know, the money is his real storyline, which is fantastic. That's the real Hernandez storyline.
Money's just floating around from Swingers Palace to Falaba.
Dude, that look on Fala's face last night when Hernandez was counting the money on Impact. Oh my God. I about fell over laughing. To this match though, man, I don't know. I'm going to say that Cardona and Edwards win, and I really don't. Myers has been losing a lot. I feel like he's got an eye patch and a partner he's having to pay. So the eye patch is a handicap and the partner's unreliable. I feel like it's going to fuel his, he's a real spiteful pirate. I think it's going to make him more of a spiteful pirate. And I like that. I really am liking this direction with the pirate thing. And I don't want him to be like a nice pirate. I want him to be like an angry, spiteful pirate. So yeah, I'm going to go that Cardona pins Myers.
So you think Myers is going to lose a limb soon, end up with a hook? Be like Captain Myers?
Dude, I hope so. This Impact Wrestling, he might get an animatronic parrot. I mean, he might get a real parrot. He might build a boat. It's Impact Wrestling. Anything can happen. It's why we love this company, right? It's why it's better than all other wrestling on the planet. Is because anything, literally, he could die. Rosemary could kill him, and then Su Yung could bring him back to life, and it could be zombie pirate Myers. Who knows, man? Anything could fucking happen on Impact Wrestling. Love it. Cardona pins Myers. You
absolutely spent a little time in the treehouse today, didn't you?
Yeah. I just came from there, actually. How'd you know? Yeah, I did.
Because only a booking like that could come out of the treehouse.
I do all my best booking here. Well, who you got, JAYBONE? Who you got?
I think we're gonna go with I feel like Myers has been on a roll. He hasn't been perfect, but he's been on a roll. He's been focused now, and Cardona coming in is he's going to have a bit of a rough road ahead of him, especially teaming against someone that used to be a tag team partner of his. And money. Let's not kid ourselves. Money runs the world, and so you've got Myers, who's hungry, and you've got Hernandez, who just wants to get paid, who is one of the most lethal OGs on this roster. I gotta go with Myers.
Okay,
I think, honestly.
All right. We got a difference here. If you end up being correct, I hope that it's via border toss. After your conversation last night, I want to see a nice big border toss on Saturday.
Oh, somebody's getting border tossed. Absolutely. I mean, you know what? It's Matt Cardona is no
dude.
He's no vanilla midget. He's a big boy,
Yeah, big time.
And you've got Edwards and Cardona.
Yeah. You know, these WWE guys, they look so normal in WWE, and then they leave and they come to some of the other feds, and it's like, damn, these dudes are huge. Like Billy Gunn, the first time I saw him in that Battle Royal in AEW, when he like shrugged off like 8 AEW like super minis, I was like, holy shit, Billy Gunn's huge.
Oh, Billy Gunn's a big boy. Yeah, he's
massive.
always been.
But like in WWE,
jacked.
when he's standing next to the Big Show and Kane, it's like, oh look, Billy Gunn's like a small dude. But you know, you bring him over here, Matt Cardona looks like a giant.
Yeah, true. All right, we're about 2/3 way through. We got the X Division Championship on the line now. TJP, or is Manic going to show up? We never know. Defending against Rohit Raju, and he'll be, he's not showing up alone. He's showing up with Mahabali Shera, recently returning to Impact Wrestling. The Daisy Hitman has got some ammunition now. He wants that title back. It's going to be serious with this one. I don't know. What do you think, Mark?
Rohit Raju brings the Flex division back next match, please.
So you're going with Rohit?
All Rohit. Get TJP off my TV. More Rohit.
Oh.
More Rohit.
No
TJP's
love for TJP.
Nah, TJP's a fucking clown. They need to get him off the roster. Rohit for Flex Division champ, baby. That's our guy right there.
You know, I think he is going to end up walking out a 2-time.
Damn right. Hell yeah, J-Bone. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you there. Too sweet on that one.
Let's go, Rohit. Flex Division, baby. Daisy Hitman.
Hell yeah.
Do we think that Shera is a huge factor, though? That's the only wild card here this time. It's different.
Yeah, because it's not like TJP's showing up. I mean, he certainly could show up with someone like Fala. You know, they do have that connection.
Yeah,
but
well, yeah.
I mean, if TJP was smart, he would.
Yeah.
But
we know he's not smart, though. That's a shoot.
I think he's going. Oh my God.
TJP's a fucking clown. Anyways, Rohit Raju with interference from Shera. I don't know, man. I feel like Rohit, his whole run was amazing and we all loved it, but it was all dirty wins. I feel like we're gonna get a clean win from Rohit. I honestly do. I think he's
certainly capable of it.
Yeah.
I think the presence of Shera is certainly going to be a distraction, but yeah, he certainly could win clean with this. Yeah,
and I think that's what we're going to see happen is that Shera will be the distraction. You know, maybe up on the apron or something like that. I guess that wouldn't be totally clean then. You know, but I do think we're going to see a nice pin from Rohit. He deserves it. Honestly, he has built this feud and brought this division back to prominence. Like, no bullshit. Rohit has really been a key component in making the X division a highlight of Impact again. So give it back to the man. He's earned it.
He's been working so hard. His charisma's through the roof. Yeah. It's been so fun to watch him over the course of this last year. And it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle for everyone. But
yeah. Oh, he has been one of the marquee players in this company.
Especially with the X division and tag division, you know, and he's had a lot of start and stops, but this past year, he's really broken out. Honestly, thanks to the pandemic, you know, they've given the ball and just, you know, so many different factors have played into it. But yeah, this is definitely his time to break out. Shera's back. It's the Hit Squad is on fire now.
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to be the Hit Squad, though. I do agree that we're just going to see kind of a heater role for Shera, which is the right role in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not the comedy act it used to be. It's a much more serious, you know, it's on another level now, yeah.
Yeah, hustle and the muscle, right?
Hell yeah, yeah. It's there, man. It's there. Slowpoke's in here, too. Great to see everyone joining. So, all right. Now we got the tag titles on the line. This one just became a lot more interesting in the last 24 hours. The Impact World Tag Team Championships defended by the Good Brothers against Beer Guns, Saban and Storm.
Beer
Guns. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. But it's still great. It's still great to see. Got some veterans along with these pardon the pun, young bucks from AEW, who actually are the number one contenders. Private Party with Matt Hardy.
Hardy Party.
Yes. Man, this is gonna be just wild. I love Private Party.
They're fun.
Being included in this. You've got a mentor veteran like Hardy guiding him now, even if it is for nefarious reasons. And veterans like Saban and Storm teaming up. So great to see. What do you think, man?
I'm a huge fan of this whole angle. I love Private Party coming in. These are guys who are not ready for prime time in AEW because their tag division is so stacked, but they're really good and they've had a great push. They beat the Young Bucks in that first tournament in the first round. They needed something to do and they needed development. Matt Hardy's the perfect guy. He's got a tie to Impact. Big Money Matt is the perfect version for what they're doing. I like everything about the way this has happened so far. I also love that people were shitting on the title match on Tuesday going to Beer Guns and how it didn't make sense, but then it made sense afterwards when you got the bit with D'Amore. This is going to be a badass match. We're going to get to see a lot of Private Party on Impact for the first time here. I think, well, actually, no, we saw them before, right?
Yeah, it's been built. They've been on the last several weeks. Yeah.
But, I mean, we're really going to get to see a showcase here. I think that the Good Brothers retain. I think there's no way Beer Guns or Private Party win here, but I do expect probably a great 25-minute match out of this.
Could be. Yeah, this is going to be looking like a long show. This is especially with all the multi-man / women matches.
On that real quick, one more comment. I hope they don't short any of the talent by having some of these matches be too short. That's not Impact style, so I don't think they will, but it is a big card.
So, yeah, and by all means, light up the chat. Let us know who you got with the tag match for the tag titles. All right, so who you got for this one?
Good Brothers retain.
You got Good Brothers?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I got to agree with you because you got so much. There's going to be some chaos in there, and Matt Hardy's going to be squawking out there. It's going to be distracting, if anything, for Private Party. I don't think they're ready for this. No. But it's not going to be short of action by any means.
Hopefully they stick around after this too, because you're right. They're not ready to hold the titles, but they are ready to move into the Impact Tag Division while they're not being utilized on AEW TV. I wouldn't mind seeing them stick around as a unofficial tag team of Impact.
This could turn into something for Matt Hardy too, honestly.
True. Yeah. Which would be great. God, it's nice having him back.
It is. Big Money Matt. He's in some of the best shape of his life, honestly. He's clean, and he's motivated by money, and he wants to make money anywhere he can, honestly. And God knows Mrs. Hardy loves it too.
I was going to make a comment and didn't because I always dog grab you when I'm on here.
Well, he posted the pic last night. It was him being in bed with her and just everybody's just naked and covered in money. It's like, oh man,
Big Money Matt. I love this return of Matt. It feels so right to have him come back. Of everyone, that's gone or that was going to come over potentially to start this, Matt Hardy feels really right. I know Kazarian and Daniels may have made more sense, but Matt feels really, really right. I like it. This is going to be a fun time. This whole match is going to be a lot of fun.
It is. Now, that's one thing that this company has been good at is tag team wrestling throughout the years. But yeah, I think the Good Brothers are going to retain here, just because, like I said, I don't think Private Party's ready for this. But then you also got some icons like Saban and Storm in the mix, but they're not used to working together.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the experience, but you don't have the experience working together.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a factor here.
And, the Good Brothers have won 2 weeks in a row on Dynamite. They're not going to drop their belts here on an Impact Plus special. I don't think. Just their booking is so strong right now because they're kind of the face of Impact on TNT. Like whether people like that or not, those are the guys holding our belts on TNT. So you got to keep them strong.
Yeah. So, Eric says, will Hangman show up? I don't know. We certainly, Tony said there are going to be some people, the door swinging both ways now, and I think he will be present for this match. So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
That commercial on Impact last night with the Tonys was the best one so far. I have been very vocal about my love for Tony Khan. This dude is revolutionizing the business. I'm an Impact fan first, but his character on Impact happens to be a badass fucking character. He doesn't exist in the Dynamite universe really as much more than an owner who's just, peripherally on screen. You can tell he's really getting to stretch his legs here and kind of, we're getting the information. All the big things are happening on Impact when it comes to this. He's
having a lot of fun. He's having a lot of fun here. Yeah.
He likes the freedom of Impact Wrestling and it not being his. And you can tell that he's really throwing himself into this and that we're continuing to see things blossom. Him referring to himself as the Forbidden Door. What are we laughing at? Steve.
I'm laughing at some of those stupid ass librarian characters. So, well, that's the thing. They changed that. Leva Bates is still has kind of a nerdy character, but
Pretty Peter.
Pretty Peter's completely evolved his character away from the books. He's still, I think he's still in passing. He
was on Dynamite 2 weeks ago, which is a huge step up.
He's going to be on tonight again with Cesar. I'm going to screw up his name. Cesar Bononi. Bonani. I don't know. He's a former NXT guy that they let go recently. So he's been coming and going from AEW.
Has he been on Dark mostly? I never watched any Dark.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, over the last 6 months or so.
Okay.
So I'm sporadic with Dark as well. It's I pick matches, to watch.
Same. I might watch a YouTube match if it's tweeted out like on its own and it's somebody that I want to see. But I used to watch Dark every week, but since it went to a 25-hour format, I don't have the time for it.
Yeah. It's a lot of up and coming talent, which is I'm glad they're giving people the opportunity to work.
Tony Khan is a benevolent and loving wrestling god.
Yeah. Cody and Lee Johnson is the other side who they're facing against Cesar and Pretty. What the hell's his name?
Pretty Peter Avalon.
Pretty Peter. Thank you. I can never think of his name. It's just different.
I actually don't hate Peter Avalon. I think he's a really good worker.
He is. The character. He's just gone through some characters.
Yeah. But in the ring, though, I think he's a really great worker. I wouldn't mind seeing him land on a gimmick that he can stick with and finding some success.
Yeah. He's a great heel, nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All done with this card. On to the main event now. We've got Rich Swann defending against Swann on the pre-show. What?
Hey man, you know what? I am a big believer in the world title always main events. I am, but this one is a little iffy, man.
It's I know there's some different opinions on this one. I do love Tommy Dreamer though. And he still, I know, has the ability to tell a story in the ring. He's never stunk up the joint, in my opinion. Even though he may be a little more out of shape, he can still work well. And I think this, in my opinion, is a thank you to Tommy for all the work behind the scenes that he has done in this company. Sometimes you do have stories like that where you get someone out of nowhere like, oh, why is this guy getting an opportunity? Why? It's because of who he is.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, guys like that too. Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt. I mean, hey, do not take anything I'm saying as a sliding. I'm a lifelong Tommy Dreamer fan since the mid-90s. I have been a fan of Tommy Dreamer every step of the way since the beginning. I get why this is happening. I get what it is. I don't have to like it. I love Tommy Dreamer. I don't want to see him main event a pay-per-view at 50 years old. That's just me, But hey, I'm glad he's getting his shot. I honestly don't think we're going to see a match. I think he's going to get jumped before by somebody either coming in from AEW or Violent by Design. I think we're going to get something that wonks and maybe Moose takes him out and something else happens. I really don't think we're going to see – if we see a match, I don't think it's going to be an all-out match. I agree. Tommy can still work. He's obviously – the dude's got decades of experience. He knows what he's doing in the ring, knows his way around the ring, can have many different kinds of matches, can still perform, albeit at a slower pace. I don't think we're going to see a full match. I think there is no winner. I think we see a DQ here.
It certainly could be.
So, okay, so Rich retains via DQ then, I guess, because Champion's Advantage would be my pick.
All right, so without any shenanigans,
Rich.
You're picking Rich? Yeah, I think I'm picking Rich too. And without any outside stuff, I still think do I think Moose is going to play a part in this? Absolutely. But just looking at Swan versus Dreamer, I think it's still going to be a hell of a match. You cannot slight Dreamer. He's got so much experience and so much knowledge. I mean, he may have a lot of CTE, but he still has a lot of knowledge packed in that brain.
Oh, Dreamer is one of my emotionally all-time favorite people in this business, behind the scenes and in front of the camera. If Tommy went over Rich here, I wouldn't be shitting on it, honestly, just because I love Tommy Dreamer. But I just don't want to see this main eventing a pay-per-view. I see the hater comments. Whatever, man. I love Tommy Dreamer. I don't want to see main event a pay-per-view. But I do think that he will carry out a good match if there is a match. If there's not some kind of shenanigans or cutting this match short, I think that Tommy can still go. We've seen him do it. Dude can still wrestle, So when Rich takes the big spots, Tommy works the veteran angle. Could be a good match.
Yeah, Eric says EC3 might show up. Yeah, that certainly is a possibility.
Yeah.
I know he's still out there. There still is the presence out there, and I think he's still influencing Moose in some way, shape, or form. That certainly is a possibility. I want to see EC3 back more than anything. Absolutely.
I actually forgot about that specter of EC3. Is he done with ROH? In real life, is he?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. He could show up anywhere, honestly. I think he's just having fun with his freedom, but I think he's...
But so that comment, realistically, he could actually show up at Impact.
Yeah.
He's not under obligation to anyone else. I had forgotten about that. Really, if you look at this main event, Sting's comment too, that he was against it until Tuesday. I feel the same way, right? Dreamer cuts a great promo. We all understand why. But with all of the storytelling that's going on around Moose and Rich and the belts themselves, right? The TNA World Title, the Impact World Title, even the AEW World Title. This story is cross-pollinated with so many different characters and storylines. Man, it makes it really hard to predict. The one outcome I don't see is Dreamer winning. I do not see that outcome. But I can't guess as to who will be involved in this match and how it will end.
Oh, see, I forgot about this. Thank you, Zach. He says Moose can't touch him per Scott. Okay, so see, I was busy in that last segment changing up the cover.
I forgot about
because
that
we did get Hernandez literally last minute, so on the show last night. So I was quick trying to Photoshop him in there. So I missed some of the banter going back and forth, but yeah, it certainly could be someone else influencing the end of this. Yeah, and I know someone I saw it in there. In the chat, someone's actually picking Dreamer for the win. Hey, I'm not going to be upset. As long as the story storytelling is good. And like very similar to how they did with the Moose versus Willie Mack. That was an incredible story they told.
Yeah. Well, and it's like we always say with wrestling too, as long as it makes sense, right? Like if you put that belt on Dreamer, we can live with that if it makes sense, right? If you did it in a way that makes sense. We've seen, we have seen way stranger things than a 50-year-old man holding a belt in wrestling. PCO was the world champion last year. He was 51, right? Terry Funk was 53. We've seen this, wrestling history repeats itself. And if they were to put it on Tommy Dreamer, I could think of worse people to put it on at that age. But that being said, there's just no way. There's just no way it happens. This isn't WWE. There's just no way that happens.
Yeah, but and one thing that this company is good at is storytelling. So yeah, you never know what they're gonna do with this.
I guarantee you, we get another great 5 storyline options coming out of this match.
Yeah, there certainly are options. I mean, because Moose is still in the picture. He's going to get a shot down the road somewhere. Absolutely. We know that. I think they're going to save that for Rebellion possibly, or the next big Impact Plus special. It's coming. It's coming.
What's the one after this one?
I don't think we know yet. I don't think they advertised it. We'll probably find out Saturday what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it's, I got a feeling it's going to be a big one because it's all going to lead up to Rebellion.
Well, and you had AEW's Revolution, or they moved it to early March now, right?
Yeah. So it'll, I think those two are kind of
being planned together-ish.
Yeah. There'll be some correlation there. We don't know how big or how small, but the storylines between the two companies have been growing. So we'll see.
And the taping schedules are shrinking, right? They're getting closer together and shorter in length. They're taping 2 or 3 days at a time, once a month, instead of 5 or 6 days at a time every 2 months, probably, so they can kind of keep continuity with storylines at AEW too.
Yeah. So, and if Tony's showing up, that'll absolutely influence the next show as well, I think.
Oh yeah. Wait, he did say he was going to be there for sure?
I think he's absolutely going to show up this weekend.
Okay. Man, This should be a great weekend. This should be a good show. What is it, Wednesday? God, we have so long to go till this show. 3 more days.
It's going to go quick, though. It's going to go quick.
Yeah, we've got Dynamite tonight. So
Yes. Yeah, and come back later tonight because I'll be covering all the action, and there's loads of it from AEW Dynamite tonight. Kenta's showing up. Can't wait.
Oh, that's right. An unsanctioned match tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be so sweet.
Kenta and Omega versus Archer and Mox.
Fuck. Dude, that's pay-per-view shit right there.
It is. It's huge,
That's awesome.
I mean, I look at that and I think back to when they put Goldberg versus Hogan,
on TV,
on a Monday. It's the same but different. You know what I mean?
That was because it was in the Georgia Dome, right? And Goldberg's from Georgia, right? Is that why they did that? Yeah, that's
imagine
crazy.
the
buy rate of that.
Tens of thousands on hand for that. It's ridiculous.
Nuts. The buy rate they could have had on pay-per-view with that. Well, we're talking 30-year-old wrestling at this point, but still,
it's fun to compare, big moments like that.
Yeah, Dynamite tonight, though, you're right. That's a huge match. That unsanctioned match is pay-per-view level shit. So the top of the AEW card looks really good right now. It really, really good. You throw Rich into that picture and Moose into that picture. Oof. Man, oh man, crazy.
It's going to be a very fun year to see how it all unfolds. We just got to be very patient,
I know. And
you're not getting everybody versus everybody.
And that's this is how you do it, man. Like, wrestling hasn't been this fucking exciting in decades. I don't ever know what's going to happen. Oh, look, Kenta just showed up on Dynamite in fucking GTS Moxley. Oh, look, private parties on Impact. Oh, look, Chris Bay is wrestling in a supercard for fucking New Japan. Dude, this rules ass. Give me more. Oh, and let Kenta hit the GTS properly because that was a shitty first GTS for him to have on TV. I felt bad for him since it's his move and all, but hopefully we see a sweet GTS tonight.
Gary says, J-Bone, you should put up the Bonatron 6000 on that wall behind you. I am going to be moving around the office soon. It's just a matter of getting a few more pieces in my office and moving around. So it is coming. I wanted it done by now, but it's just, J-Bone does not like going out when the temperature outside is in the single digits. No, thank you.
Dude, I don't miss that ever a day in my life.
Yeah. Crazy. So any final thoughts on this before we get out of here?
No, just that I am looking forward to, I say this every time we do these predictions. Man, this card shaped up really quick in the last week. I'm looking forward to this way more than I was a week ago, but damn, it seems to be the MO with these sneaky cards that come together and you're like, wow, that's a banger. And here we are again. This knockouts, the knockouts matches that were just made on Tuesday are the matches one of those is the match I'm most looking forward to. And it just came up on Tuesday. That's how you keep people like riveted to this last second act, and now we can't wait.
Yeah. Codebreaker says I go outside for checkers. No, I'm not driving into Milwaukee for checkers. No, thank you. No, I haven't been to checkers in decades. I just smell it from afar, guys.
Only if he's sticking them up.
God, I'm no hoodlum like Sting is,
Oh man, you know what? I should show up on one of your AW. I really do. Oh, should I mention to the chat too that J-Bone did offer me if I wanted to come on and review AW Dynamite.
Yes.
He graciously made that offer. I appreciate it. I'm super flattered and honored. Unfortunately, Wednesday nights don't work for me, and I usually watch AW later on, after it airs. So
that's all good. We'll have you this weekend.
Yeah. And half the time, actually, I listen to you about AEW first, and then I watch it afterwards. Because you're doing the review by the time I'm free, so I just watch your review, and then I watch the replay of Dynamite after you're done. So, but I am looking forward to Smash This podcast tonight.
There you go. Yeah. Either way, how you do it, it's all appreciated. Totally.
Yeah, definitely. Always want to be on.
Any support is. So yeah, it's going to be a banger of an Impact Plus special, and we can't wait. And we don't know who's all going to be on, but it looks like the votes are in. We are going to do some sort of watch along and then a review following. So stay tuned for more information on that. And we'll see you later tonight for the AEW Dynamite review. Can't wait. Thanks all for showing up here, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. And this will be up on the audio formats later tonight. So yeah, double drop today as far as audio. We got the Impact predictions along with the Dynamite review. So look out for that. And on your way out, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We're out of here, Mark. Say goodnight.
All right. Good afternoon, J-Bone.
That too.
All right. I will see you tonight on Smash This Podcast.
Awesome. Later, folks.
All right. Bye.